Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Environment Regeneration and Street Scene Service Cabinet Board on the 6th of October 2023. I'm happy to chair today's meeting. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Early, happy to second?
Yes, happy to second.
Great, thank you. Okay, we'll therefore move on to agenda item 2, announcements. Good morning and welcome to this hybrid meeting of the Environment Regeneration and Street Scene Cabinet Board on the 6th of October 2023. I'm Councillor Scott Jones and I'm the Cabinet Member for Street Scene. A few items to cover before we move on to the next agenda item. I can confirm that this meeting will be recorded. And can I ask members and officers if you can ensure that your phones are switched to silent for the duration of the meeting. Can members and officers who are present in the chamber use your microphones when speaking? And when asked, if you can raise your physical hand if you're in the chamber or your virtual hand if you join in remotely. Therefore, we'll move on to agenda item 3, declarations of interest. Can I ask if there's any declarations of interest from members based on the items included within the agenda pack? If so, Democratic Services Officer will forward an electronic version copy of the form for you. If you can complete and return, please. Any declarations of interest? There are none. Okay. Therefore, we move on to agenda item 4, forward work programme. The forward work programme is here for noting on pages 15 and 16 of the agenda pack. Can I ask if there's anything to add, please?
Nothing to add, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, therefore we'll move on to agenda item 5, public question time. I can confirm we've received no notifications from the public to speak at today's meeting. Therefore, we'll move on to agenda item 6, list of approved contractors. The report is on pages 7 to 20 and is here for decision. Can I ask officers if there's any further comments, please?
Nothing to add, Chair.
Thank you, Dave. Any further questions or observations from members? There are none. Okay, therefore I refer members to the recommendation on page 9 of the circulated agenda pack. I'll propose, Councillor Hurley, are you happy to second?
Happy to second, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hands, I'll assume that you're in favour of the recommendation. I'm now going to ask Nadine if she can confirm if this item has been approved, please.
I see no indication to the contrary and can confirm the item has been approved.
Okay, thanks very much. Therefore, we'll move on to agenda item 7, revocation of limited waiting. The report is on pages 21 to 34 and is here for decision. Can I ask officers if there's any further comments to add, please?
Again, nothing further to add, Chair.
Thanks, Dave. Okay, members, any further questions, observations? There are none. Okay, can I refer members to the recommendation on page 25 of the circulated agenda pack? I propose, Councillor Hurley, happy to second?
Happy to second, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I'll assume that you're in favour of the recommendation. I'm now going to ask Nadine to confirm if the item has been approved, please.
I see no indication to the contrary and can confirm the item has been approved.
Okay, thank you, Nadine. We therefore move on to agenda item 8, traffic calming measures, B4434 Tonner Mini Roundabout. The report is on pages 35 to 52 and is here for decision. Can I ask officers if there's anything further to add, please?
Other than to note that this is part of an active travel Welsh Government grant-funded scheme, Chair, but nothing further to add other than that. Thank you.
Thanks, David. Members, any further questions or observations? There are none. Okay, therefore I refer members to the recommendation on pages 38 to 39 of the circulated agenda pack. I propose, Councillor Hurley, you happy to second?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thank you. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hands, I'll assume that you're in favour of the recommendation. I'm now going to ask Nadine to confirm if the item has been approved, please.
I see no indication to the contrary and can confirm the report has been approved.
Thank you, Nadine. Therefore, we'll move on to agenda item 9, key performance indicators 2023 to 2024. The report is on pages 53 to 76 and is here for monitoring purposes. Can I ask officers if there's anything further to add, please? No.
Nothing to
Okay.
add, Chair. No.
Thanks, Dave. Members, any further questions, observations? There are none. Okay, as previously mentioned, the report is for monitoring purposes, and therefore we will note the report. I am now going to move on to agenda item 10, urgent items. I can confirm that we have 3 urgent items for consideration today, and they are private reports. Therefore, we will now need to move to access to meetings in order to consider the private urgent items. Access to meetings, exclusion of the public. Members, at this point, we have to consider the information contained within the private reports. Can I ask, I'm happy to propose, can I ask Councillor Hurley, is he happy to second and is in agreement to move into private session?
Happy to second and in agreement, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, to resolve and exclude the public for the following items pursuant to Regulation 4, 3 and 5 of the Statutory Instrument 2001, number 2290, and the relevant exempt paragraphs of Part 4 of Schedule 12A to the Local Government Act 1972. I propose, and you've confirmed that you're happy to second, Councillor Hurley. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hands, I'll assume that you're in favour of moving into private. I'm now going to ask Nadine to confirm that that's the case, that we can now move into private.
Yeah, I see no hands raised, Chair. And Tom, is the recording being stopped?